All right, hey guys, it's Coach P again. Actually been cut off a little bit in the last video. We only have a limit of about 15 minutes on the actual, screencast. But I do want to finish the PowerPoint, and I do want to show you the Kahoot game. I just want to say first, thank you for participating in all the choice board activities. I do appreciate it. Emily and Xavier, I appreciate you going, a step above and, trying to, open your mind a little bit and, try to get that, higher level of achieving. And also appreciate both of you, scaffolding, to help out, Sophie and Joseph. He wasn't really selected in the group, but I do, want to appreciate Nick, for creating the Kahoot game. That was actually a 30-point task that I wanted you to do. Again, I just wanted you to be able to attain 30 points. And we're actually going to use one of those reviews to actually study for the test. I'm going to actually show you how to go through it, how to, play the game, at your own leisure, at your own house, or in study skills, whichever, you feel like it. But I do want to first, finish up the PowerPoint. So here we go. All right, yada, yada, yada. We passed all that already. The ozone hole, public health issues, deforestation, that's what it looks like. The impact on us, and just a, quick reminder, this is all on Canvas. I know I feel like I'm running through this, but I do, I wanted to just touch base on you just real quick, really briefly. Now, if you do want, additional help, please feel free. My sign is on my door where I'm at. I co-teach, 4 periods out of the 7 periods. First period is my planning, but it shows you where I'm at. If you ever need me, just do not hesitate, to come early or stay after school. I'm willing to help you out. So like I said, acid rain, energy crisis, waste disposal, loss of biodiversity, pollution. We kind of stopped with that one. Number 2, we had, climate change. We actually had a video that we watched about a couple minutes. I believe it was like 8 minutes long with Bill Nye, the science guy. No, it wasn't actually an episode. I know you guys liked that before, but he doesn't really make those anymore. Actually, I remember watching that when I was about your age. But anyways, climate change is basically, we talked about global warming too. All the pollution, all the chemicals going in the air will actually cause, the Earth's surface to heat. And the problem with that is, if climate changing so much, that can cause natural disasters. Okay. Overpopulation, this was the biggest problem. This is actually number 1, believe it or not. As of October 2017, we had 7.6 billion people in the world. As of worldometers.info, we had 7.6, guys, 7.6 billion people. Okay, that's something that you actually wrote down in your slide of notes. That was actually left underlined, but I wanted to fill it in because I do have 2 different PowerPoints. One that I actually study and actually, lecture myself and, prepare for you guys, and also have one that you can actually print out, or actually print out for you, provide you, and then you can write your notes on it. There's a video right here that talks about overpopulation and growing problem and how it's eventually going to, affect our world. We made a good point on, as far as too many people will actually get rid of all of our non-renewable resources, your coal, your gas, petroleum. And once that's out, it's out, guys. If it's a fossil fuel, it's going to take thousands of years. Overpopulation is the problem. I remember somebody made the actual joke of, limiting the amount of, children we have. Actually, back in, prehistoric times, I say prehistoric, but in historical times in China, they were only limited to have one baby. And before, they always wanted males. And believe it or not, the females actually were, dumped or, abandoned. So, in all seriousness, they did have a limit, and they do have, they are the most populous country, and that is overpopulation. Now, do they have more resources than we do? Not necessarily, probably, but this can be an issue. All right. That should wrap up everything right there. Let's go ahead and just take a look at Nick's Kahoot, and it's going to be kind of interesting because I'm actually going to play myself and show you how it's like. All right, so I would hit play. Once I hit play, it actually show up. Okay, we'll play classic. We'll just zoom by this real quick. Yes, I'm ready to join. And of course, right now you guys use your phone's Chromebook. I'll give you time to do it, but we're going to kind of zoom by this to actually show you what it's like. Okay, I don't know if you can hear the music. It's kind of weird, but anyways. So the Kahoot game. Let's go ahead and copy this. You would type this in, of course, and let's go back to our game pen. Okay, Coach P. Let's do this. Let's go here. Let's start. Let's see if I can divvy this up. Perfect. This is from Nick. All right, so this is converting waste into reusable material. It should be recycling. Okay, just making sure this is recycling. And again, thanks Nick for making this. This is actually a 30-point task that I wanted you guys to do. And I'm not just calling him out. I mean, a lot of you did it too, but this was the, I guess you would say, most relevant or the shortest one that we can actually pertain to. And granted, a lot of these questions are on the test tomorrow. There's 20 multiple choice questions. This is all on Canvas. All right, moving on. This is a non-renewable resource. Okay, that would be a C. But anyways, it should be, let's see, coal, solar, energy, nuclear. Let's go with coal. Okay, so that's correct. So it's nuclear energy. All right. All right, this is cause from smoke from factories. This would actually, for this sake, it would be pollution. However, let's not get mixed up with this because it is pollution, through factories. This can cause acid rain, so it could be either or. Remember that. Okay, this is a renewable resource. Okay, you spelled it right first time. All right, is it solar power, hydropower, nuclear power, or wind? Let's do solar. All right, this should be renewable. Okay, so is nuclear energy. No, nuclear energy is non-renewable. I'm sorry. This is something that can't be replenished over time. Once it's out, it's out. Also, hydropower or hydropower. This is the wind. We talked about the turbines. I actually kept saying windmill, and y'all correct me. Turbine. Excuse me. I'm just joking. It is a turbine. Okay, you think of those propellers that actually causes wind power or hydropower. Hydropower would also be, your water dams. Okay, that's how you produce electricity. All right, this is a natural fuel such as coal or gas is formed in geological past from the remains of living organisms. All right, this should be fossil fuels. Okay, this is actually something that over time, thousands of years, it takes forever to replenish your coal, your petroleum, your nuclear gas or natural gas rather. All right, this is when animals' homes are being destroyed. Loss of biodiversity. Okay. This is loss of biodiversity. Bio meaning life, diversity, being diverse, being various, having much options. Think of this as like the animals. Once living animals, life animals, biodiversity is getting rid of it. It's a loss of biodiversity. All right, this is the state of being scarce or in short supply or shortage. This should be scarcity. Okay. Also, if you want to think economically, it's limited wants and desires, but not enough resources. Okay, scarcity, think of it, it's not necessarily a shortage. Scarcity is not having enough resources. Shortage meaning you just don't have resources enough to supplement everybody. Or scarce, little. Okay, lastly, this is an undesirable condition where the number of existing human population is over the amount of people or resources available. This should be overpopulation. Okay, perfect. All right, so that was a quick glimpse. I know we kind of zoomed by that, but Coach P won. Okay, I'm first place, obviously. But this is on Canvas too. You can play yourself, and we will play this right before, and we'll also play Xavier's and Emily's. We'll also play theirs too, to review. Just make sure this is all on Canvas, and I'll explain more tomorrow. But I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of what to expect. I hope you guys feel better about this presentation. Like I said, I'm going to use this more. And just to let you know, do not freak out. It's 20 questions, multiple choice. It's on Canvas. Okay. And of course, I would read aloud and, accommodate you necessarily all through your IEP. We're all good with that. Also, if I need you to go, or if your IEP, or if you would request to go to the testing lab, I'll have Miss Edwards or some prepared professional, Mr. Brookshire, somebody will read to you. Okay. If not, we will figure it out. But you do have a testing lab available. Okay. Also, if you do not finish the test, we will allow you to finish it, or I will allow you to finish it in study skills. I will contact your teachers, and luckily all of you have it. Okay. All right, guys, without further ado, I do appreciate it, and I hope this worked, and I hope it helped you a lot. Thanks, guys. Y'all have a good night.